really good in terms of, it gets you used to, you have to move your hips quite well to be able to use it. And like a lot of things, like if you get good at this sweep, it also works for a lot of open guard positions as well, like the general movement that's required to get this to work. But the one we're doing is specific to close guard. So first of all, first thing you need to do is block one of their posts. So best way to do that is grab around the elbow, not too high. If I grab around the shoulder, he can put his hand out. If I grab the wrist, he can put his elbow out, which sometimes is enough to stop yourself from going over. If I block the elbow here, put your hand out. It's hard, yeah? So I'm just holding and cupping the elbow and pushing like my elbow in, like this. I put my left foot on the hip. I'm going to move my hip out to open space. Here, see that? So I'm going to reach my hand through that gap. If I try and go here, it's kind of hard, especially if he's keeping his legs tight. But when I move my hips out, it gives me an easy pathway to reach my hand all the way through. So I'm trying to like hug his leg tight. Think about bringing your ear to their knee. So my foot goes on the hip, bring my hips out to the side, like that, and I pull I grab his leg and I pull my ear towards his knee, like that. I'll show the whole thing and you guys can work through it all. So, foot goes on the hip, move your hips out to open the space, reach through, ear to the knee. Alright, here's where it gets a little bit more difficult. I'm going to do like a pendulum motion with my legs to try and sweep him. So, if Dave's weight's back, like it is now, it's hard to move him. I'm not going to sweep him over like this. So, what I need to do is bring his weight forward. When his weight comes forward like this, I can now start to take him over. It's really important that I'm using the right muscle group though. So, because you're taking him that way, you might think that you're using your adductors to do that. Your adductors are really weak. You want your hamstrings. So, what I'm actually doing when I drop my hips out, I'm turning it so my legs like that, so I can actually kick with my glutes and my hamstrings, not my adductors. Here we go again. Foot goes on the hip, open that space, pull my knee towards the knee. When I actually go to sweep, see that? My foot's pointing, so I'm kicking directly in line with my heel. So my left leg brings him forward. That swing brings him forward, and then I'm going to kick. And this is where this will be the hardest bit. Don't worry if you don't get this perfect at first. I don't want him to land on my leg here, like that. Yeah, because now it's hard for me to get up. I'm kind of stuck. I actually have to kick that leg all the way through. Like so. So you're going to go. Okay. So, block the arm, foot goes on the hip, and open that space. Reach through, pull your knee to the head to their knee. We're going to pendulum to bring them forward. Kick. Come over into now. I'll do it once more. So, grab the elbow, open up that space with your hips, reach through and pull your head towards their knee. From there, pendulum your leg to bring them forward, and then we're going to kick with our right leg as we take this leg out of the way. Alright, grab your partner. I'm going to talk you through the first one, and then you can rep it out, and then when we stop, I'll talk you through the other sessions through. Alright, 3, 2, 1. If I'm blocking the elbow here, and Dave puts his hand on the mat. This is going to make it hard to like jam the elbow enough to take away his base. Normally when they put their hand on the mat, you can attack more over two. Okay, we're actually just going to go for the same move to get the arm up. We're going to go here, and we're going to move our hips out to the side, exactly the same thing as before. This time, just when the hand's there, you're just going to cup a little bit more behind the elbow, above the elbow, not below, yeah? So they can pull their arm out, like that, above the elbow, just here. Foot goes on the hip, I'm going to come underneath, and this time, I'm basically, as you probably see, as I've moved my body a bit, I'm starting to actually pull his hand a little bit higher up, like that. Yeah, so I'm pulling more under my armpit. So if it was out on the side here, I move my hips away, and when I make that space, I can pull his arm up. From here, I do the same pendulum, but instead of going to sweep, I swing my leg over the top, curl both feet, and lift my hips. Number. Again, Dave, I grab here, and Dave puts his hand on the mat, inside your arm. Okay, foot goes on the hip. Make that space. We're going to pendulum, and then we're going to pull that arm into our armpit. like so. From here, instead of going a sweep, you still can sweep. We're going to swing for the armbar. Curl both feet and then lift your hips. If you want, you can then have, the way Dave tries to defend the armbar is he tries to stack me. See how his weights come forward? That makes the sweep really easy. So you can sweep him from there, finish the armbar. Just keep it locked tight in your arm, like that. So you're really trying to catch the wrists in your armpit. You won't be able to do that straight away. So you won't be able to go, usually you can't like pull here. I need to create that angle where I can now pull the arm up. Legs go up, go for the armbar. If he stacks me like this, I can't lift my hips. Throw him over, keep the legs tight. This will come on pretty quick too, so just watch how fast you're doing it. People who haven't trained before, when you feel your arms straightening, tap your partner, they'll stop. Okay? So we go. 3 minutes each on that. 3, 2, 1.